Friends, today I chosen one of the important topic, that is structure of human eye. So we all know in our total body the eye plays major role coming to the topic of vision. So without eye the vision cannot be possible. So try to see the video until the last. I will explain step by step each part. If you miss any point, it makes you to unable to understand the next what is the next point. So try to see total video until the last. So coming to our topic, the human eye is one of the most important sense organs. It enables us to see the object and colors around us. So we know this point. The human eye is one of the important sense organ and it makes us to see the objects around us and colors around us. So coming to figure 3 shows the schematical the basic components of human eye. So coming to this figure 3, it is total the diagram of the human eye where it shows the all the parts. So like see cornea, aqueous humor, pupil, iris, ciliary muscles, lens, retina, optic nerve. Coming to this total parts, we will see in the upcoming total. So try to see the video until the last. Once again I am saying don't skip. If you skip, you will miss the one of the part of your human eye. So let's check total matter. The eyeball is nearly spherical in shape. So coming to total shape is explaining this point. So the shape is total spherical. Next, the front portion is more sharply curved and is covered by a transparent protective membrane called the cornea. So is explaining this front portion. See friends, this front portion is somewhat sharply curved one and it is protected by a transparent membrane called cornea. Next, it is this portion which is visible from outside. So whatever the person we are looking, the opposite person, whatever we are able to see the eyes, this is the outer portion that is called the cornea. Next, behind the cornea there is a place filled with a liquid called aqueous humor. So behind the cornea there is one liquid which is filled. This liquid is called as the aqueous humor. So we completed cornea and aqueous humor. Next, and behind this a crystalline lens which is responsible for the image formation. So this is the point, see friends, lens. Lens plays major role in the formation of the image. So this is the part C. There is a crystalline structure behind the aqueous humor and this crystalline structure plays major role in formation of the image and this is called as the lens. This part friends, the crystalline structure. Next, between the aqueous humor and the lens we have a muscular diaphragm called iris which has a small hole in it is called as the pupil. Iris is the colored part that we see in an eye. So coming to our eyes, we will see one colored part that is called the iris, and there is one muscular membrane that is called as the muscular membrane is called as the iris, and the colored part it is called as the pupil. So this is the point, see friends, between the aqueous humor and the lens we have a muscular membrane. So between this aqueous humor and the lens there is a membrane. This membrane is called as the iris. Next, which has a small hole in its pupil. So there is a small holes like pupil. This is the part. Next, iris is the colored part that we see in an eye. So if you see the opposite person or if you look ourselves in the mirror, we will see the colored portion in our eyes. That is called as the iris. Next, the pupil appears black because any light falling on it goes into the eye and there is almost no chance of light coming back to the outside. So whatever the black portion we are seeing, it is called as the pupil. So why it is black means it absorbs all the light which is falling on it and there is no chance of light coming back to the outside. Next, iris helps in controlling the amount of light entering the eye through pupil. So whatever the light which is falling on the lens, it will be controlled by the iris. So if iris is not there means there is no control of the light falling. So there is many forms of lights. If there is more intensity and less intensity, the vision will get effect. So the iris plays major role on falling of the light on the pupil, and by this the lens will make the image to fall on the retina. Let's see. So in low light condition, the iris makes the pupil to expand so that more light is allowed to go in, and the case of bright excess light condition, it makes the pupil contract, thereby prevent the excess light not to go into the eye. So friends, here iris plays major roles in. If suppose any light intensity is less, coming to this point, if low light condition, the iris make the pupil to expand so that more light is allowed to go in. So if any light if you go to any room or any place where the light intensity is less, so in that case the iris, this is the point friends, the iris will expand the pupil so that the more light is allowed to go into the case of the bright light. So if any light intensity is less, and in that case the iris make the pupil to expand more so that more light can be fall into the lens and through the image can be formed on the retina. Next, in the case of bright, so if the light is more, in that case what happens? Total opposite. It makes the pupil contract and thereby prevent the excess of light not to go into the eye. So if light intensity is more, so it will do the exact opposite. See friends, if light intensity is more means the pupil, it will get contract, means the size will decrease and it makes the light to fall the minimum, the desired light on the pupil, and it makes the image to form on the retina. Next, thus iris enables people to act as a variable aperture. So based on the light, the iris is getting changing. So it is called the pupil, whatever it is making change by the iris, it is called as the variable aperture. This aperture means normal will take as opening or hole. This is called aperture. So for entry of the light into the eye. So for this point I will explain once again. See, the iris enables people to create as a variable aperture for entry of light into the eye. So whatever the light intensity is there, it may be the more, it makes the pupil to contract, means it makes the pupil to decrease in size and it makes the light to fall in small quantity. If light intensity is low, it makes the iris will make the pupil to expand so that more light can be fall on the pupil so that the image can be formed through the lens on the retina. This is the case. So because of this, pupil is called as a variable aperture. Still now we have completed up to iris. Let's see lens. So the lens is odd in the middle and gradually becomes soft towards the outer edge. So whatever the lens is there, at the middle it will be odd. Coming to its edges, the edges will be soft. Next, the light that enters the eyes forms an image on the retina. So whatever the light it is falling on the lens, it forms an image on the retina. These 2 points I will explain with the diagram, no need to worry. The distance between the lens and the retina is about 2.5 centimeters. So whatever the distance is there between the lens and retina, it should be of 2.5 centimeters. That is, for any portion of the object in front of the eye, the image distance is fixed and about 2.5 centimeters. So friends, according to this point, whatever the position of the object is there in front of our eye, the image distance should be fixed. It is of 2.5 centimeters. So these 2 lines or 3 lines I will explain with the diagram. See, the iris we have completed. Next, the pupil we have completed. Coming to lens, the lens, it is the hard portion in the middle and it is the soft portion at the edges. And after the lens, we can find the retina where the image will be formed. So the lens will make the image to form on the retina, and the distance between the lens and the retina is 2.5 centimeters. So whatever the image, it should be falling, it should be exact of this length, that is the described length, that is 2.5 centimeters. If the image is forming less than 2.5, we will get the defect of myopia, and if the image is getting more than 2.5 centimeters, that is behind the retina, in this case we will get the defect of hypermetropia. So these defects of vision I will explain in my next video. Try to check the next video. So friends, this is about the lens and the retina. The lens will make the image to form exact on the retina. If any defects is there, we will use the lenses of our temporary lenses. Normally we will use the spectacles. With our vision defect, we will use the spectacles. Next, there is one of the important topic about the colors, how we are able to see the colors and the size. Let's see the paragraph which I have taken for your understanding. So already I made the underlines for the important points. So let's check. The eye lens forms an real and inverted image on an object on the retina. So whatever the object we are seeing, the object will not be in the same form. It will be in real and it will be in inverted image which will form on the retina. Next, the retina is delicate membrane. So the retina is the smooth membrane which contains about 125 million receptors. So receptors means it is one of the case where it will observe the signals or it receives the signals. So which it contains about 125 million receptors called as the rods and the cones. Next, which receives the light signals. Cones identify the color, rods identify the intensity of the light. So friends, these two parts. So what is the use of these receptors? The rods will identify the intensity of the light and the cones, it will identify the color. So this is the cases of these two. So suppose if you see any object, if the light is falling on the object, the intensity of the light will be identified by the rods, and whatever the color is there for the object, it will be observed by the cones. Next, these signals are transmitted to the brain through about 1 million optic nerve fibers. So we have seen in the diagram there is optic fibers. So these optic nerve fibers will carry all the signals from the retina and it transmitted to the brain. So the given one count is that is 1 million optic nerve fibers. The brain interprets these signals and finally processes the information so that we perceive the object in terms of its shape, size and color. So based on the intensity of the light which we are observing and the size, this all will be analyzed by the brain, and the brain will decide what is the shape, what is the size and what is the color of the object we are seeing. So friends, I already said in this total topic we got two defects, and there is one more defect, that is presbyopia, and the two defects are myopia and hypermetropia. These defects of vision I will explain in next video. Try to check the next video too. I hope you have understood the topic of structure of human eye, and in my next videos I will upload same the useful and important videos, and try to subscribe my channel for more videos.